interview number 2 at the Zimbabwe Pavilion at Viva Tech in Paris. What is your name, sir?
My name is Maminda Gandanzara, and I'm the CEO and founder of Maminda Fintech.
So yet another AI company dealing with an agricultural problem. What's the problem you're solving?
Yeah, we have discovered that in Zimbabwe there are a lot of small-scale farmers, but it's very difficult for those small-scale farmers to get loans from the bank. Why? Because they don't have track records, they don't have assets, and they don't have collateral, right? So we have created a model where we use the alternative data, which is the farming history of the farmer, the input purchase history, so as to generate a credit score, so that it's now easier and much smoother for the small-scale farmers to get loans from the bank. We don't stop there. We also have another model which we are calling cooperative supply pooling, where farmers in the community can pool produce, then they can supply to a bigger market or a bigger customer.
So to summarize, you're going to create a credit score using alternative data. Is that right?
Yes.
And this will help banks to decide who's credit worthy and give loans, and this will help small farmers.
Yes. That's correct.
And what are you using to build your AI layer? Any of the brands that we recognize?
Yeah, for development, we are relying on Cloud and Codex for development, right?
Claude from Anthropic.
Yeah, from Anthropic, yeah. But we have developed our own module pipeline, the credit scoring module pipeline. We have developed from scratch, but with the help of Cloud Code and tools like Codex.
Okay, and now we get into questions I don't know the answer to. What's your biggest problem? What's the biggest challenge you've experienced? You're the founder, right?
Yeah.
What's the biggest challenge?
So in Zimbabwe, there are a lot of regulations. Okay. There are a lot of regulations within the fintech space. So you have to go through a lot of paperwork, and we haven't been approved in some of them, but some are approved and we are now operating. But the most hurdle is there are a lot of regulation in Zimbabwe when it comes to fintech, but we are managing to sail through.
Now, we already talked about the exit strategy. Maybe one day a bank will see that your service is so useful, they might just buy your company.
Yeah,
right?
They might just buy the company, yeah.
That's how some startups exit. In the meantime, are banks? Are you talking to banks to get investment, to get funded, to build what you're trying to build?
Yeah, we've talked to the most known Zimbabwe bank, which is Zimbabwe Bank, right? Yeah, we are in talks on how we can collaborate with the bank. So we want the bank to be our revenue stream more, so that we give them a client base, they pay us a certain amount. We don't want the bank to buy the companies, because we want to partner with a lot of banks. There are a lot of banks in Zimbabwe, and there are a lot of financial institutions in Zimbabwe. So we want to partner with all those. If one bank buys the platform, we don't want that. We want maybe to partner with different financial institutions, so that the farmer can now choose. I am a ZB banker. I am a CBZ banker. I want to use CBZ. I want to use
Last question, because I get it, and I love your answer. That you're not looking for investments. You're looking for them to be clients. I like this.
Yeah, we are looking for external investment. Yeah, for external investment, right? But we want the banks to be in our only investor, right?
So this is the last question and the big question. How are you right now funding everything you need to do, building what you're building, the people that you need to hire? How are you funding it so far?
All right. Currently, we are bootstrapping. And we are here at Viva Tech because we are looking for pre-seed funding so as to scale. Right now, we are servicing 2,000 farmers in Zimbabwe, and the
2,000 farmers have already used your service.
Yeah, in Zimbabwe, right? But the market is very big. There is 1.5 million small-scale farmers in Zimbabwe, with 900,000 of them that are already digitally accessible. Right? Wow. Yeah, so we are targeting for those 900.
One more time, there's how many? 1.5 million small farmers.
Yeah, 1.5 million small farmers.
And how many are already online?
The 900,000 are online. Yeah, we are trying to attain those 900,000 so that they all use our platform. Yeah, because the market opportunity is very big. If you manage to get 5% of 900,000 in the first year, that's a revenue. That's a potential income of 2.3 million annually.
Wow.
Annually, yeah.
This is interesting. And it's a big event here. There's all kinds of. I see Rwanda's pavilion, Senegal. Are you already thinking that you might be able to deploy in other countries, or is that already?
We are
in the future.
We are looking to scale. Maybe in the 30, we're looking to scale into sub-Saharan Africa, where we have 33 million small-scale farmers.
How many?
33 million small-scale farmers.
Million.
So the market for this is actually really big. Yeah, with the correct strategy.
The total addressable market is massive.
It is massive, exactly. It's very massive.
Okay, and what alternative data do you use? This is the very last question. We're coming up on 5 minutes. What alternative data do you gather to develop a credit score where none exists?
All right. So we are using the farming history of the farmer. Let's say a farmer use our platform to farm for maybe 2 seasons. So that's a track record. I farmed for these 2 seasons, and then we are recording. We are tracking the farmer's produce. We also use satellite from Sanitel. We are using the NDVI so as to validate is what the farmer saying is farming actually true. So yeah, we can monitor the health of the crops using satellite data in the NDVI index.
Huh. This is very interesting. Okay, satellite data and AI helping to develop credit scores for small farmers in Zimbabwe. What's the name of the company one more time? And you're the founder of?
Maminda Agri FinTech. Yeah, you can look up.
You have it there? Do you want to hold it up?
Okay, let's hold Maminda.
There you go.
Maminda Agri FinTech. Or you can visit www.maminda.com.
All right, there you go. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.